Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. My lord, in the last 48 hours, we have gotten a crazy amount of news, so expect a lot of videos from me just covering the cards that are coming out in the OCG and eventually the TCG for the main game and for Rush Duels as well. We have gotten so much news regarding cards, new aces for characters in the Sevens anime, and of course support for older anime characters as well. And so in the first video we are going to be focusing on the thing that kind of kicked off all this news, and that was the Cyber style structure deck that will be coming out in the OCG, which will be containing a brand new insane boss monster for Ryo Marufuji and his Cyber Dragons. Now obviously this is not a monster that appeared in the anime. This is a brand new monster that is debuting, kind of like your Blood Rose Dragon, a card that we would have loved to see appear in the anime, but it got revealed probably about 13 years too late for that. So we are going to start with the new Cyberdark boss monster. It is a literal behemoth. I know I use that word a lot, but that is the perfect word to describe this monster. First of all, the actual design of it is amazing. You have like the Cyberdark infused with Cyber End Dragon, which obviously plays into how you would even summon this card. The first thing that I noticed was the stats. 3,800 defense is high, 5,000 attack points. 5,000 attack points. That is, I think, the highest base stat attack that a normal monster can have without any sort of boosts or effects, not counting, Don Thousand's OP monsters. 5,000 is ridiculously high, and with how Cyber Dragons work, you kind of needed a monster to be that high if you were going to, make it that much greater, because Cyber End Dragon already has 4,000 attack points, so you needed something really massive in order to just make it stand out, and that is exactly what the attack stat of Cyberdark End Dragon does. So I think this technically is a Cyberdark monster. I know there is a difference, or a slight difference, between Cyberdarks and Cyber Dragons, and so the monster Cyberdark End Dragon is a great reference to, obviously, Cyber End Dragon, which was Ryo Marufuji's main ace very early on in the GX anime, and then as he grew, as the show went on and he kind of lost his mind, that's when he started getting into the Cyberdark style, and to see now a monster that combines the beginning stages of Ryo's journey in GX with what really became of him in GX is beautiful. Cyberdark End Dragon. And so the fusion is a Cyberdark Dragon and a Cyber End Dragon. So you have to make a Cyber End Dragon just to have a chance to summon this monster. It must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing one level 10 or lower Cyberdark fusion equipped with Cyber End Dragon. So even though this is a fusion monster, you can actually special summon it following those requirements. And the three effects: it is unaffected by any effect activated by your opponent, so that is always a very good effect for a monster to have. Once per turn, you can equip one monster from either graveyard to this card, and this card's maximum number of attacks per battle phase equals the number of cards equipped to it. So that's a pretty solid effect. Obviously, if this monster is on the field for 3 or 4 turns and the duel still hasn't ended for whatever reason, this monster, again, a 5,000 point beater, is going to be able to attack 3 or 4 times. So the card's got good protection. It cannot be affected by any effect activated by your opponent. But the likelihood of being able to actually summon this monster, again, I don't really know Cyber Dragons that well. I only really know them from Duel Links, at least in terms of how to competitively play with them. So I don't know if this is an easy thing to get off. I would imagine it's probably not. I feel like this is a monster that maybe you run in Cyber Dragons just in a very situational sense, where you're not really going to try and make this monster. That's not going to be kind of your main strategy, but more so if it happens, it happens. But anyone who plays Cyber Dragons or Cyber Darks and knows the deck better than me, I mean, please let me know if you think this is going to be a staple of Cyber Dragons. I just feel like the requirements are insane, and I also feel like the effects for all the material that require it to be summoned is not crazy, right? Because even when you first summon it, you immediately equip one monster from the grave to this card, but the maximum number of attacks per battle phase equals the number of cards equipped to it. So even when that first effect goes off, you're still only going to have one equipped monster to it. So it's still only going to be able to make one attack in the battle phase like a normal monster. It's not until it's on the field for the second turn where you can equip a second monster to it do you start getting to reap the benefits of those last two effects. So you basically are summoning a 5,000 attack point beater, which is never a bad thing, that is unaffected by any effect activated by your opponents. So, I don't know. To me, again, as a noob, and I always have to preface that, for what this monster costs to make, I feel like the effects are a little underwhelming. But then again, that's a noob. If I'm completely wrong on that, which I am a lot of the times, please let me know. I mean, the monster itself looks amazing. And here's an awesome hypothetical. A card that is a staple of Hellkaiser's is Power Bond. If you use Power Bond to fusion summon this particular monster, this monster will have 10,000 attack points. How amazing would it have been if we got a Ryo Marufuji Season 4 duel in GX? Obviously, he wasn't really capable of dueling in Season 4. Or if Sho used this. Remember, Sho kind of inherited that deck. So that's not even an out there thing to theorize. If Sho used this monster and he used Power Bond to summon it and this monster had a 10,000 attack point stat, it would have been incredible. It really would have been. We also got a couple of other cards, Cyberdark Chimera and Cybernetic Horizon. And then, of course, the rest of the cards are all going to be reprints in the structure deck. So again, Cyber-style structure deck featuring this new, massive, incredible looking boss monster with an insane 5,000 and 3,800 attack and defense stat, respectively. Whether it's actually viable or not in Cyber Dragons, I have no idea. To me, again, as I've already said, it seems like it's got a very high cost for an okay effect. But yeah, as always, please let me know your thoughts on Cyberdark End Dragon, what you think of the monster itself from a stat perspective and from a playing perspective and from a design and lore perspective. Because from a lore perspective, I love it. Again, combining the early stages of Ryo with the late stages of Ryo and his journey in GX. I think this is an awesome ultimate fusion monster that perfectly symbolizes that. So let me know all your thoughts on Cyberdark End Dragon down below. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming out in the next 24 hours on all the new stuff card-wise, at least relating to the animes that we got. You know, this does have to do a little bit with the GX anime, so kind of fits for this channel. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. And a special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Panther J, Blue Maiden 28, Jarrett Buller, and X-Slayer 64, and to my Diamond tier patrons, Jesse Wood, Latrell Smith, and Anime Kaput, and to my Egyptian God tier patron, XZ'sLover 104. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon and who is a YouTube channel member. You guys help me out tremendously, and I would not be able to do this without all of you. I stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/SuperDeepRot. Link to that is down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I would not be able to do this without your incredible support. I will talk to you in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing day.